What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. So I've got some things to talk about today. Sorry for the lack of content this week. I was actually in Nashville, so I got back from Beamer Invasion in Florida and then went straight to Nashville for work. Nashville was a really interesting experience because, well, I was there for a work conference in which they had motivational speakers and all of this stuff going on. And they all are really wealthy people, and they talk about how they took risks to get where they are. And after Beamer Invasion, I've really been thinking about the risks that I want to take. And one of those being is I want another car for my YouTube channel. Something that, you know, can help me grow. Something with a little bit less of a ceiling than the F80 has. This car, you know, it's had a lot of content made about it. So the ceiling is not as high as I want it to be. Guys, I really love doing YouTube, and I would really like to do it for a job. And I know a lot of people would frown upon that because of, you know, the standards of YouTube these days are a little bit different than what they used to be as far as making money on YouTube. But I don't want to hold you too long. I want to talk about what I tried to do. So before I get started, do not unsubscribe because you're thinking I'm trying to get a new car and get rid of this. The plan is to keep this because, guys, I can't really trade this thing in. I've spent too much money on it, and the loss that I would take in order to get something brand new would really kind of hurt. I don't think that I could do that. I can't accept it. I really can't accept the loss that I would take. Let's just stop there. But guys, I tried to buy a brand new G87 M2 this week, and I was so close. So there was a few that I was looking at. There's not very many available to buy. I think a lot of people are actually ordering these cars and waiting for them to get here. But obviously, paying for this car and getting a brand new car isn't going to be easy. So that would have been my leap of faith, my risk. The G87 M2 that I was looking at, there was a couple. One was in Asheville, it was Toronto red, it was automatic. These are lower spec cars because I'm not going to spend $80,000+ on an M2 just because of my budget and what I wanted to do. But I found a G87 M2 black sapphire metallic. It's not a carbon roof car, and it's a manual, which I want a manual because I already have a DCT. So I was looking at a manual, and the car was spec'd at $68,000. Like I said, lower spec, not spec'd out, not spec'd through the roof. But I was gonna buy this car. It was in Maryland. I was, you know, working with the dealership while I was in Nashville. So like in my hotel room, I was talking to these people over the phone and giving them my paperwork and all that good stuff. $68,000 out the door, 70 grand basically. I had already given them my deposit, already signed a bunch of paperwork. They were doing what they could for me. The car was going to be about $1,018 a month, I think. Either $1,018 or $1,017. And you know, that's a little bit high for me. I pay $800 a month for this car, and adding another $1,000 a month payment was going to be kind of a risk for me, but I felt like it was what I needed to do for my YouTube to grow. I really want to see this thing grow. I really love making videos for you guys. Let me talk a little bit about why I didn't get the car. So first off, it was like, yeah, no problem, you know, you can get the car. And like I already gave them my deposit, so I'm still waiting on that money back, which kind of sucks. You know, I can give them money instantly, but they can't give it back to me for however long. They responded eventually and finally got me approved for what they had me quoted at. And the guy says, there's one thing. Since you're young and you already own a pretty expensive car and you pay for your house and all of this, we're going to have to get you to have a cosigner. That really hurt. It hit me right in the gut. Comment the poor or broke comments if you want to, but I mean, owning 2M cars is no small feat, especially whenever you're in your 20s, guys. I'm 27. I make good money. I sell real estate for a living. I make good money in real estate. 6 figures, all that good stuff, right? So I figured I can afford the car. I mean, I might would have had to eat peanut butter sandwiches from ramen noodles, but I would have done it for my YouTube channel. And I really wish that I could have made it happen. And it's not to say that I might not be able to still. Got approved for that much. You know, they told me I needed a cosigner. And me being 27 years old, I don't want a cosigner. I don't want something if I have to have it cosigned for. My parents, I'm not asking my parents for a cosign on a new car. For one, my family all make their money on real estate, so cars are not good investments to my parents, and cars are really not good investments in general, guys. But I just wanted to do it for my YouTube channel. I really wanted to have something that I could make new content about, bring sponsors along, and really try to make something cool. Manual would have been so sick. It's really just not in the cards for me right now. So here's a few things that I'm thinking. I could possibly sell this car and get a G87, a brand new M2, and I could probably get a way better spec if I didn't have this car. Now, I know a lot of you guys subscribe to my channel because of the F80, so to me, I didn't really feel like that was one of the options that I wanted to take, and I really loved this car. And whenever I bought it and started putting all this money into this car, I knew this is going to be a car that I keep forever probably, and I wanted to stick to that plan. But I could get rid of this car and get a really nicely spec G87, G80, G82, you name it. I could do that. But I don't think I can accept losing my ass on this car. I mean, I would lose my ass. I really would. There's no question about it. I just don't know if I would want a G87 M2 to be my only car. I don't think that that's the route that I would want to go. I don't know. Should I sell this car and get a new G chassis car and get something nice, carbon roof, carbon buckets? I can afford a big payment. What they're saying is that the 2 payments on 2 different cars is kind of what the banks are afraid of. And I hear that a lot. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I really want to keep this car. I just thought that the G87 M2 would have been a really cool build for the YouTube channel. It's still so new. There's not a lot of content out there yet. It would have been a good move for the F80 Trevor YouTube. That's another thing, F80 Trevor, like that's what I always wanted, and that's what I am now. So I feel like I have to keep this car, and whatever I get has to be in addition to the channel. I have a lot of different options at this point. I could definitely get rid of this car and get something new. I don't know if you guys would like that. I don't think a lot of you would. I think a lot of you actually are here because of this car, so I want to keep you guys here. But I don't know. Should I get maybe an E92 M3? I think I could swing that pretty easily. You know, something probably 25 to 30 grand. Right now, I'm probably going to be putting the money that I would have been paying for the G87 each month into my savings account until I have a really nice down payment on something that'll make it easier, or until I can actually buy something outright, maybe an E92. I've even thought of an E46 M3. I don't know. I want something new for the channel to make content about. I really am getting to the point where this YouTube stuff looks like there's something here, something that could be a possibility to have a new ceiling for myself. And maybe that's a project car. I don't know. You guys, you have to let me know in the comments what you really think of me making content about a different car. This car, I don't know, I hit my ceiling really quick. There's still a lot of cool vlog content I can make, but it doesn't do as well on YouTube. Another thing is, I want to thank you guys for all of the support that you've given me along the way. You know, the invasion stuff was really cool. I hope you guys can go back and watch that if you haven't seen it yet. I'm just at a crossroads a little bit, I feel like, and I really want to make content with something new. I'm finally monetized on YouTube. Thank you guys for that. And I'm like seeing the little money thing go up in my analytics, and I'm like excited about it. But it's like, hey, what can I do to drive the views up? What can I do to give this thing a new life? I don't want to, you know, just blow the load completely early. But anyways, guys, short video today. G87 M2, should I keep attempting to go back to that? Should I get rid of this car and get a G8X? Maybe a G82, maybe a really nice spec G82, or should I get a project car? You guys let me know. I think that I really want to have this car and a G87, and that's not to say that I couldn't just put more money down on the G87, but remember, this is a big car payment, and I really want to make sure that nothing's going to happen. I've never defaulted on a car. I've never missed a payment. I have really good credit. I don't know why that they felt that I need a co-signer. They just said it's because of my credit history being shorter. These are expensive cars at the end of the day, and there's just no way that you can get around that, especially being young and in your 20s. The banks are afraid of that. So I tried, guys, and I got denied. Funny enough, you can make fun of me if you want to. I don't care. I want to be very transparent about what happened. Your boy got denied. I tried and got denied. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.